So I didn't expect this for a while, but it's arrived today, which is July the 4th, Election Day and Independence Day and all that. Vive la Revolution. So I'm quite excited to see what's in the box. So this should be the FMS FCX24M. Saw loads of reviews online and had to pre-order it. I just had to. I've gone for the Discovery because I thought it was the best kind of detail of all of them. And we'll see. Let me just grab this out of the box and I'll have a look inside. To clear away some of my mess. Results of messing with stupid cars. Anyway, here we go. So this is the Land Rover Camel Trophy Edition. I pre-ordered this. A lot of people online seem to have them really early, so I'm guessing they were given to them by FMS for review. I've paid for this out of my own cash, although we used PayPal Pay in 3. It's a 1/24 scale Camel Trophy Edition. We've gone for the Discovery, but they do the 110, the 90, the Defenders, and the Range Rover. If I like it, I'm going to have to get the Range Rover because it's a 3-door Range Rover, and that's quite rare to see a 3-door model. So there's the Disco and the Rangey. On the back, we've got a load of on the side, sorry, we've got a load of dimensions and stuff. It's pretty cool. I'm going to get this open and show you what's inside. I'm not sure I can do it on camera because I'm trying to do holding it and all of that at once. Maybe I can. Not quite sure how we get into it. I think we go in through the end. It's got a little bit of damage on the box from postage. Hopefully that'll be alright. Inside we've got styrene, and if I'm, excuse the camera work, but we're getting there. That's really nice. So their styrene box has got their logo on it, which is lovely. Oh, you can see that. Doesn't stand up very well. There is an instruction book. We have a destruction book, and I believe the instruction book kind of covers all of the cars in one book, which is really nice. Obviously a bunch of different languages. About the model, background. Give you some background information, that's nice. And there we've got the Range Rover and the 90 Defender, or Defender 90, D90. There we've got all the dimensions and stuff for the Disco. That's the one I've gone for. So it gives you all the sizes and stuff. Got the controls and how to use controls. Warranty card. Oh no, installing transmitter battery. What do we got there? Oh, the combined ESC and receiver unit, antenna information. Really nice. Ooh, and we've got flags of the world, so it seems. And we've got number plates. I like that. Very, very nice. Got trim settings, system functions on the controller, vehicle setup, spare parts list. Yay, well done FMS. And we've got broken diagrams, which is lovely. I love seeing these because trying to find the right part that you need to order, if you ever need to order a part, that's really super helpful. One of the things I've seen on the reviews and stuff that worries me a little bit is to get this off, you have to disassemble the half shaft here. That does worry me a little bit. It's not easy to maintain it, and those pieces will be very, very tiny. So I believe, my understanding is to get the carrier off the C-hub kind of bracket thing, you have to kind of do that, which means you have to do that to get into the diff, the lock differential. That's the only kind of drawback that I've seen online with people reviewing it. I believe it uses a lot of kind of parts that would fit on the SCX24 as well. So hopefully the upgrade route will be pretty good. Steel chassis, servo on axle. Really interested in this 2-speed gearbox. That I'm really excited about. I don't have any crawlers with a 2-speed gearbox. And that's the same across all of them, the Defenders, the Disco and the Rangey. So yes, interesting. So yeah, without further ado then, let's have a look at the actual model. And there she is. Wow. Okay, immediately impressed with the level of detail. We've got some fold-up tents or maybe solar panels on top. We've got a really nice roof rack. That is beautifully detailed. The light buckets are there if you want to install lights, but they don't come pre-installed. That's my understanding. We've got wing mirrors, we've got a snorkel, separate windscreen wipers. Wow. So let's just pull that out of the box and have a look. In fact, I think what we'll do, we can pop it on top of the box. Look at that. Look at that. That is cracking. That is super, super detailed. Really, really nice. Haven't got a driver. Need to find a driver in 24th scale. Little bit chunky on a few parts. Kind of toy looking maybe. But separately moulded door handles, separately moulded mirror, separate moulded roof rack, even the trim separately moulded. Really nice scale wheels. Squidgy. We've even got a hook on the back for a trailer, and it's hinged, so it's got the locking device on it. Spare wheel carrier. Probably won't put the spare wheel on, to be honest, because it's already going to be quite top heavy. It is a hard body. We've even got a little axe on the back. Look at that. How cool's that? Got a spade, got a shovel there as well. So we've got our kind of 4x4 trail gear already installed. So there we go. I believe this is Velcroed down, so I don't know how, and I've heard that it's quite strong Velcro, so I might have to put the phone down for a second. Give me a moment. So to get that body up, that hinged body, it is really well Velcroed down. Really nice chassis. Big motor, so it's quite a large motor for its small size. And one of the things I saw on the reviews of the people who had them early were that the motor's actually quite decent. And the servo's quite decent, so obviously when I get it charged up, we'll test it. With things like the FCX, you kind of have to replace the servo and the motor straight out of the box, because if you want to upgrade any parts to metal links or more weight, things like that, or bigger wheels or metal wheels, you do end up having to change out the motor and the servo. Shocks wise, they're supposed to be oil filled. They do have a bit of damping. So we'll close the body and have a look at that, or maybe pull the battery out first. Really nice rubber battery strap. Not a very big battery, so just your 380 milliamp. That'll give you about 15-20 minutes runtime maybe, but that's okay. I believe you can take some of this block away and put a larger battery in that tray, which I'll certainly be doing because I like to play for a while, because I'm a big kid. So there we go. Yeah. Bounce, yeah, it's not really bouncing. There's not a lot of suspension travel in there. I guess flex wise, it's scale, so it's not extreme flex. We always look for about a wheel and a half flex maybe. So we want this wheel just above that wheel. It's not far off, to be fair. It's not far off at all, which actually should lead to pretty good performance straight out of the box. That's really nice. It's not bad at all. Quite small wheels on this one. I hear that the Defenders have larger wheels. I think the Range Rover's got larger wheels or tyres. But there we go. What a cracking little model. Super duper. The windscreen's got its windscreen protector on. That's why it's looking a bit weird. Beautiful decals. Just very scale. Got indicator, tail light protectors. The lights on this I believe are only on the front, but I don't think it'd be a major thing to convert them. You've even got the repeater signals on the wing. That's really nice. Really like that. Not a huge fan of the colour, bit shiny, but I guess, you know, bit of weathering, bit of driving, a few scratches, we'll be good to go. So there you go. There is the FMS FCX24M Camel Trophy Edition. Whoop whoop. Came quicker than expected. So just a couple of details I thought I'd just have a look at. How beautifully done are those lights? They've heat shrunk them, or maybe that's the tape stuff. They're fixed in place really beautifully. The wiring is done absolutely superbly. The wiring on the ESC and the motor is really neat. Like, I build the trucks and my wiring is not this neat. That's the power switch you can see there, that little white tab at the bottom. It's a push button switch, so you can leave it on and just connect and disconnect the truck. I guess if you're worried about waterproofness, you could put a drop of, turn it on and then put a drop of hot glue over the top of it. I'm not too bothered. I don't tend to run my trucks wet. It's bad for them. Motor, the little servo just on top here. Whoops. On top here for the 2-speed gearbox. Very small servo on the front. We'll wait and see how well that does. Just really nice. There's a bit of a faux winch on the front, on the bumper. Really, really nicely done. There is definitely oil in the shocks. It is damped. There's no two ways about it. Not a lot, but enough. It looks very, very scale at the moment. And obviously when we get the battery charged, we'll have a go. 2-speed box in a tiny little crawler like that. It's mad, isn't it? So there we go. Really pretty little crawler. Controller doesn't come with batteries. I've heard a lot of good things about these. I've actually used one of these on someone else's truck once, and I really like them because you can one-hand steer really, really well. It feels quite nice in the hand. You've got a bunch of settings on top to do your steering rates, your dual rates, and I believe you can somehow program the ESC. Not quite sure how that works. I have to read the instructions. I know some of them came with like little flip switches on. This one doesn't seem to. But there we go. In the box, we also got some goodies. So we got the spare tyre for the back. That's an actual spare tyre with a wheel, like you could run it. That's nice. We also get a spur gear. Thank you very much, FMS. A metal one. I don't know whether it's metal in there or plastic. I think they're metal. But to give you a spare one's really, really nice. We've got some sand ladders, which I might leave off. In the videos of people running these, they look kind of big to me. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe about right? About right. They just look a bit weird. We've got a screwdriver. These are usually terrible, so I tend not to use them. I'm not sure what these are at all. I've got no idea. Weird little kind of things. We also get the charger, which is just a USB charger. Got a bunch of screws and some eye bolts for the limb risers that go from the roof rack to the wings, or from the roof rack to the bull bar, and a wheel tool, a hex tool. So there's the little limb riser hooks. I'm not sure where they go, and I'm a bit worried about installing them. So I kind of do want them on there, but I'm just not sure quite where they go and how. I guess we'll figure that out. So the limb risers go from usually the top of the roof rack down to the wing. But I just don't want to drill holes in that. I just don't want to. It's too pretty. Just too pretty. Whoops. First tumble. We'll have a few of them. So we'll charge the battery. We'll get it out and have a look. There you go. That's on 2-speed. So just raised a couple of degrees. I'm not quite sure what this is. I'll check it in a bit. And that's definitely its limit. Just body weight that. So probably some more weight on the front, and that could probably do it. Yeah, a little bit of weight on the front, just a fraction, and that would actually climb. So maybe the addition of a little weight on the axle, and that would go. And that's quite steep, so it's not bad. Bracket fraction. Let's see if it goes up. Got the Bronco, and we'll try the Bronco in a minute, which is also a hard body and top heavy. Yeah, it's just wants to lift the front. So this is the FCX24 with a lot of upgrades. We've got an Enduro motor in it, we've got metal links, we've got weights on the servo, we've got a better servo, we've got wider wheels, we've increased the track. And that doesn't have any problem with it at all at 45 degrees. But like I say, in its stock form, that wouldn't do that at all. It wouldn't get anywhere near it. So the FMS has done all right straight out of the box. The FMS didn't make this. We'll try the FCX24 with the upgrades. Yeah. Oh, there you go. So that's its limit. So actually, the FMS and the FCX24 pretty comparable, and like I say, the FCX24's got all the upgrades, metal links, better motor, all that kind of stuff, and actually not much in it. So this is the FCX24 with all the upgrades, the Enduro motor, the Emax servo, widened axles, brass covers. So it made that pretty okay. A little bit of a tumble at the end. See how the FMS FCX24M does on the same kind of line. Obviously a lot less clearance, not as wide, not as heavy in terms of weight added to it. Get a nice slow crawl on it out of the box. Probably going to get a roll over here. No. Yeah. Plenty of power in that servo. And we're hung up. Put a little bit of wheel speed and we're through. Beautifully done, little FMX. Woohoo! In terms of scale appearance, that is fantastic. I think we're going to come to a bit of a cropper up here though. Lifted a wheel there because I don't really have a route off this. It was kind of all these rocks were put here for the 1/10 scale truck, which is a bit more capable. Oh, got a wheel in the air. What's going to happen? Oh, pretty much what I thought. Lastly, we'll just try the 2-speed. So that's 1 speed. First gear if you like. And we'll click it into 2-speed. It's too fast. It'll almost self-recover though. Impressive. Let's not scratch it up too much. I'm definitely a one speed, a first gear kind of guy. It's just too fast really. Turning circle, yeah, a little bit wide. Just like a real Land Rover. Like, it takes about a week to turn. Not bad though, to be fair. And I think I've maybe not adjusted the servo correctly. Pretty good. As a comparison, this hasn't got 2-speed, this is a 1-speed gearbox. That's it, full whack. A lot heavier this one, it's got a lot of upgrades and it will turn sharper, but it still falls over. It also gets a lot of body rub and turning. I've tried everything, I've tried moving bumpers and things and all that kind of stuff. So the Bronco, a bit more of an aggressive stance with a big boy. Put his mud plugger tyres on. We'll bring the lovely, beautiful Discovery. I mean, as a scale truck, it's unbelievably good. It just looks fantastic. It just has that scale appearance to perfection. I love it. I genuinely love it. There you go. The test is the Bronco, seeing where it falls off. Right there. I haven't got the other one turned on, but it shouldn't make any difference. The FMS FCX. Probably going to go a bit earlier, I guess. Hasn't got as wide a stance on the axle. Hanging in there. And there she goes. Slightly less, but not a lot. And for scale looks, I think that is just the daddy. For me, that just looks fantastic. I guess we'd, no, we're going to keep it. Take the screen protector off, but I can't. There we go. Oh, I can't take the screen protector off because the windscreen wiper blades. Oh wow, there we go. That's better, isn't it?